Mana Decentraland right now could be on the brink of breaking into another incredible bull run to the upside. What is happening in the Mana Decentraland charts right now? We're going to take a look in today's Mana update. So what we can see, guys, since we brought you the last update, we did have a breakout towards the upside. We found resistance and then we've come back down to test previous resistance as support, and that's looking very bullish for the Mana price in general. Particularly we refer to the Fibonacci, we can see something very interesting indeed unfolding for Mana Decentraland. Is this the last chance to buy at decent levels? Are we going to see a break towards the upside, or is this just a trap, guys? So let's take a look at what we can see. So we can take from the swing high all the way back a few months ago, and we can drop it down to this swing low at the end of January. We can see that we're playing out in between some very key levels on the Mana chart. What we can see, guys, every time we're in either a bull trend or a bear trend, we do tend to break and find resistance and support at all of these key levels, each time bouncing from one to the other and eventually then breaking through. The reason for that is when we hit key levels, people often have in mind that they're going to sell at a certain level or they're going to buy at a certain level. And that's why we see these bounces happening between key levels. But every time we hit a level and we bounce back down, eventually we will keep knocking on that door, and when we knock on that door enough, we will then break back through it. What you can see is we came up to this level at the 0.382, which is around the $3.29 level, before then being rejected back down, touching almost perfectly at the $2.6, which as we can see is the red Fibonacci line here, and then we push back down, wicked up through here, and we yet to see a key break through that. Not only that, we've got the 50-day average moving across here, which is also providing us with a bit of resistance, but in my opinion is pretty much the last line of resistance that we're going to see on the Mana chart before a potentially explosive move towards the upside. Literally this price right here, guys, the 3.2, is pretty much our last line in the sand, right? If we're going to be able to break through this and we're going to have a daily close above this level, so any daily closes for me above the 3.3, we're going to be seeing explosive moves towards the upside. Not only that, guys, I want to draw your attention to something else that's showing on the chart here. We've got a shoulder here, somewhat of a head coming through here, and then now we're showing another shoulder here, which is a very bullish pattern called an inverse head and shoulders, but yet to break through this neckline and have a close above this neckline. Now for this particular pattern, you'd look for a breakout target, which would be up here at the 4.9, and lo and behold, it coincides exactly with the 0.786. That's pretty much just below where the highest daily close happened, and we were unable to maintain any support at that level. So do expect that if Mana pushes towards these levels, then we're going to see probably some consolidation before we're able to break through. Previously we ramped up really aggressively, and we did see this sort of huge wick towards the upside as we saw a big sell-off coming in at these levels. But notice after we have these kind of sell-offs, we then kind of crawl up a bit more gently, and that's what I'm expecting to see here, guys. I expect that we break through this level here, that we'll come back and confirm this pattern. So ultimately right now I'm kind of sitting on the fence. I'm waiting for Mana to push towards the 0.5 at the $3.7 level, and then when we come back to retest at the 3.3, that's when I'm looking to make my purchases. Obviously not financial advice, guys, this is just what I'm doing. I'm not a financial advisor. However, the rest of the crypto market is looking really healthy. If we're able then to break up towards these levels, then we are going to be looking towards the 0.168 in terms of a price target. That's where we'll usually find our targets when we see this turnaround. In terms of a percentage increase then Mana is looking to be able to be pushing for something like 158% move, which is obviously very big. Now bearing in mind, guys, this has been in the process for over sort of 3 months or so, so don't expect that this is going to happen overnight. There's pretty much no need ever to FOMO into anything, because when you FOMO in and you're buying these big green candles like this, then you end up getting the big red ones in return, so you want to be very careful about jumping on board. But what I'm seeing on the Bitcoin chart, as well as the rest of cryptocurrency market, is we're sort of moving out of fear. The fear does exist right now, and the fear is actually a good time to buy. Psychologically, it's stopping a lot of other people buying, but that's fine because that's when we want to be buying, not buying greed, but buying fear. I just want to show you as well the Bitcoin chart. And obviously the Bitcoin chart is very important because Bitcoin is ultimately the driver for the rest of the cryptocurrency market. Even though Bitcoin has been a little bit down today, we've seen Mana pushing a massive 8%. But Bitcoin has done something very significant in that it's managed to break through and retest 20-day moving average, breaking all the way up to this line here, and then coming back and retesting, okay? And now what we're seeing is a little bit of a rejection of this level, but again, we're starting to see a significant pattern happening on the Bitcoin price. And if we see Bitcoin starting to break beyond this key level, which is $46,000, then in my opinion, we're going to be pushing quite aggressively in Bitcoin as we start to get FOMO entering the market, etc. So now, right now, I think Mana does look like a reasonable purchase. However, if we're unable to break through here, we'll perhaps see some more consolidation before finally having our push up towards these levels. Now, as I mentioned, guys, 3.78, we'll then look for it to come back down. And if it confirms at this level, then this is where we want to be buying at, okay? This, in my opinion, is the safest trade where we can go up. We wait for it to come back down, retest, and then this personally for me is my buy zone. And then I'll be looking for targets up here, obviously taking profits at these key levels on the way through, with ultimate price target for this current breakout position all the way up here at $4.97. As I mentioned, guys, we could well see pushes towards 1.618 for the Mana price later on in 2022, but don't expect anything to happen overnight. Don't ever FOMO into crypto, because there's always going to be another opportunity. It might not come in this one, but there's always going to be opportunities in everything else. Guys, if you've made it this far through the video and you've got some value, then please hit the like button. It really helps me out more than you know. If you want to learn more about NFTs, I'll link to my NFT channel at the end of this video, so go and check out more about NFTs, because there's some crazy opportunities to be had in the NFT world right now if you are looking to be able to make the most of cryptocurrency and all the opportunities that are there. If you are new to the channel, then make sure you hit that subscribe button to be kept up to date with the latest happening in Mana, Solana, and other cryptocurrencies. See you soon for another video. Bye-bye.